Well, good morning, comic book junkies. Reading on Instagram, everybody dumping on 2020. Because for me, it was one of the best years of my life. Even considering the sad and tragic way the country has taken its turn this week. But we're not going to talk politics, but I do want to talk, your life is what you make it. How you react and how you pick yourself up and live your life, no matter what the adversities are, defines who you are and defines your success and your happiness. Now, I'm not going to get into like the story of why 2020 was one of the best years of my life, but it was. And I'm going to miss it big time. It was such a great time for America, I believe, and such a great time for me, my family, and for growth. So the reason I kind of wanted to talk about that is, for one, I wanted to show this. My wife made these for me. They are beautiful. We've been talking about curtains for a long time because I had a makeshift and really trying to make the comic room the comic room. So she made those for me, and she made these here. And now she is talking me into getting rid of the Van Halen and putting up some more curtains here. What an incredible wife my wife is, Milagros. She's just a saint. I tell her sometimes she's a saint. That's a little high bar, but sometimes it applies. So here I made a few changes when I did my 60 comics of 2020. I'm like, how come I don't have Joker #1 on the shelf? That belongs on the shelf. So there it is. Did a little rearranging, put this one up there. What else did I do? I think I added Nick Fury Shield #4. I said that's got to be up on the wall for sure. Just a few minor changes. Nothing too big. I couldn't remember where all the books went back on the wall, so there's a slightly different palette up here now, but pretty much the same. So yeah, I got a huge grail in the mail from Jesse Simon. What a great guy. Got to meet him, I think it's 2019 in New York. We hung out for a while. And the story goes, because I always like the stories attached to the books you pick up, and there's the prints that Kavi sent me through Jesse Simon. Thank you, Kavi from NYC Comics. Well, anyways, I got a notification on my phone, and I pulled it down. It showed one of those story pages from Instagram. Let's do this. How do you switch this around? I don't think you can. Let me pause this. So anyways, I got one of those, I guess you call it story pages from Instagram. It had Simon Comics attached to it, and it had a picture of this comic. So I called him up right away, and I said, "Are you selling this comic?" And he's like, "Yeah." He said, "But I didn't think you were interested because it's Silver Age, and you're usually only buying Golden," which is true, and I can understand that. Sorry. Okay, so I said, no, I'm interested in this. So we did a deal. I traded a Golden Age book and then gave him some cash, and I'm looking for a knife. So here it is. I got it. It's a book I never thought I'd own. It's kind of one of those books you kind of say, oh, I'm never going to own it because it just doesn't come around at a really good price, and it's a big grail. So, but here it is right here. My wife told me it was here. So before we get into what it is, I keep you in anticipation, the suspense. There's still some stuff I picked up that I haven't shown yet. This was $20 shipped. Witches Western Tales. So it used to be Witches Tales. It's a Harvey. Is it Harvey? I'm right. Yeah, it's a Harvey book. And then became Witches Western Tales. Then became Western Tales. It just, for $20, it's a cool book to pick up. Mile outed, but I have not cracked it open. It's from 1955. Some would consider that the Golden Age still, or the Atomic Age. I consider this silver. Anything after the code in my book is silver, because that's when the industry changed. That's when comics became terrible for a while, until people could readjust to the writing. And just when the comic code was on there, they were just so afraid of that book not shipping because of the content, that they tiptoed and sterilized the stories. And so they were pretty awful at the time. Picked these up at the flea market for $6 a piece. And these are the Marvel Masterworks, volume 9 right here, Avengers. And then it tells you on the back everything that's in there. Volume 8. I'm going to say these were $6 a piece. These normally, when you buy them new, are $50. And then I got a Fantastic Four. This is volume 3. So that, I'm actually headed off to the LCS. So my plan is, I got in this morning at 4:30. My plan is to head to Waffle House, get something to eat, go to the bank, deposit my money, and then go, yes, I'm going to pick up new comics today. There's Buster. And I have to tell you, I'm getting ready to be disappointed, because over the last 2 years, every time I buy new comics, except for Batman title, they have beautiful covers, and then inside is just total crap. The stories are terrible. The writing's terrible. I've been disappointed one time after another, too many, that I'm just expecting it. I mean, I have high hopes for the future state, but I just don't see. DC has no talent left. They've fired everybody. They don't have any good talent. This is just a way of, they think of capturing the new SJW audience, but there is no SJW. Those people don't buy comics. It's we, the core fans, are the ones that really buy the books, and they're not writing to us. Cut Buster. I'm trying to do a video here, boy. If you want to lay down, go ahead. Hey, lay down right there. Okay, then get out of here. Yo, go on. And they keep doing the same thing over and over and over. They're developing books to an audience that doesn't buy or read comic books, and they're hemorrhaging money, but that's like they don't care. It's all about the agenda. So enough about that. I mean, if I have to say anything about 2020 that was bad, it was the comic book industry. The sales were bad. The writing was consistently just crap. The art, except for certain covers, and that's how they grab you and get your money, and then you get home and you open it, and what? You're not going to go back and return the comic? But anyways, I want to also say, if you are not tipping your mail carrier at Christmas, you need to do so. If you're like me and you get a lot of packages and he brings them to the door, he has to get out of the car. So he sent me a little note, thank you, because we gave him a nice tip. And so let's see what this is. And then this is the Big Grail book here from Jesse Simon. I think this is the book I bought with my eBay bucks from last year. Uh-oh, Buster wants to play with a knife. Buster, come on, man. Dude, you're blocking me, dude. Dude, look, you're blocking me. And then I'm probably just going to attach this maybe to the books I pick up at the LCS. Rarely do I show those when I buy them. because for the simple fact is, the Future State books, you're going to see hundreds and thousands of videos showing the same books for the next 2 weeks. And it gets to be redundant, and anytime I see a video title that says New Comic Book Day, I skip right over it. Why do I want to see a video of somebody showing the same thing that everybody else is showing? Okay, yeah, so I've had like $30, I think $25 in eBay bucks, so I picked up this book. And man, it's a huge Mylar, so that's good. I can use that on a big Golden Age book in the future, because I got smaller Mylars, and I'm going to pick up Mylars. My LCS, this thing's ruined, the Mylar. My LCS they sell bags of 100 Mylars at a time for $8. Oh, it's in a little like top loader. So what I do with these top loaders, I take them and I take with the X-Acto knife, whatever it is, and a ruler, and I cut this off right here, this little flap. I think that's the stupidest thing. I don't know why. I guess to pull it out of the box, but then you can't put the top on it. So this is Wing Comics number 86. What year is it? Before I show you the cover. Oh, wow. That's beautiful art inside. 1947. And I don't even know. Anyways, so that's 1947. Can you see that? It's a beautiful cover. Looks like it's been trimmed on the back side. Suicide Smith. Who's this chick on the cover? Captain Wings, and that's what the title is named after. Oh, excuse me. It's a reader copy. Falcon, the Phantom Falcon. I have to say, guys, I stumbled onto, well, I didn't stumble. Grota Orloff, he won on my Christmas special, and I sent him his prize, and so I watched his unboxing. But that dude, not only is he hilarious, he's got cool comics, and whatever his thoughts, he just knows how to bring them out. But that's the same thing that every thought he brings out is exactly what I'm thinking about life, the industry, about everything. It's like he's reading my mind, and my words are coming out of his mouth, but he is more articulate in bringing out those things. So I love watching his videos. It's just so entertaining. If you're not subbed to that dude, you have got to go sub. And he puts out like hour videos twice a day. He's a retired teacher, but he has 3 comic rooms. He has the Silver Age, the Bronze Age, and the Golden Age comic room. Okay, on to the big grail. We're into this 10 minutes. And hopefully I didn't cut it. Oh, I'm excited. I was going to wait. And I told myself, I cannot wait on this book. I got to see it. This is a book, once you get it, you have to see it right away. So I can't even believe that I talked for 10 minutes without opening this thing. Jesse always does a good job packaging. You can see that thing's not going to get damaged. Jesse knows what he's doing when it comes to shipping and selling. And if you're not subbed to Simon Comics, I'm sorry for you, but you need to be. Oh my gosh, there it is. Well, there it is. Let me get this tape off here. So this will qualify as a 3.0, but it is missing a page, an ad page, which doesn't affect the story. But who cares? Look at that. Let's get some light in here. Come on. Check that. Oh my goodness. My heart is just beating. I can't believe I own this. We'll pull it out. We're going to look at it real quick. I'll probably just put this video out and I'll do a separate video. I may not, because why am I going to just show new comics? Unless I pick something else up there at the LCS. So. Or maybe just to do a video and talk about my thoughts. But so it has spinal reinforcement with archival tape. It looks like it has new staples in it. So this will qualify. This would be a 0.05 actual grade. But I'm fine with that. I got a really good deal on it. It is a big key. First time Cap shows up in the Silver Age. Actually kind of afraid to hold it up, but if you haven't read this, I think I've read this story hundreds of times. Reprints. The whole scenario there where Bucky gets killed, falls off the missile there that the Red Skull launches. Then, of course, if you haven't read it, I was going to say I don't want to spoil it, but you have to have seen the Avengers movies. So you know that Cap crashes in the Arctic, gets frozen in ice, eventually in the 60s drifts down to the warmer waters, kind of thaws out, and then Submariner spots him. So there you go. I should probably bring this into my LCS and kind of show them what I picked up. Anyways, so back to the subject matter. Your life is what you make it. Tragedy, triumph, it all depends on how we handle life that we'll feel inside. And I think the most important thing is, for me, is that I have a strong relationship with Jesus Christ. And since I began that relationship, my life has always improved, and I've always been happy even during times of tragedy. So I don't want to be a philosopher because I'm just a nobody comic book collector in the middle of Florida, but I'm just sharing what I learned. I'm happy. 2020 was a great year because I decided to make it a great year. And this was the last book that I bought into 2020. I wish I would have came on time, but here it is. The first key for Nighttiger for 2021, Avengers #4.